Good morning, friends. In the last class we have discussed about the production and the production function and the Cobb-Douglas production function. In this class we are going to discuss about MRTS, isocont and isocont curve. So what do you mean by MRTS? That is how we go through it. MRTS. What is the expansion of MRTS? MRTS is the marginal rate of technical substitution. Marginal rate of technical substitution. Friends, there may be a chance of asking the expansion of MRTS in any of the competitive exams or even in the board exams. So, MRTS, which means that is the marginal rate of technical substitution. Friends, one just recall from your past classes. That is what we have discussed in the second chapter. There we have come across with MRS. What is the meaning of MRS? Which is expansion of MRS. MRS is the marginal rate of substitution. MRS is the marginal rate of substitution, whereas MRTS is the marginal rate of technical substitution. Friends, these are little similar in case of the mean here. So how we are going to say MRS which deals with the satisfaction, whereas MRTS which deals with the production. So what do you mean by marginal rate of substitution? The rate at which one unit of a commodity substituted with another unit of a commodity in order to have the same maximum level of satisfaction. Here our focus was maximum same level of satisfaction. Our focus in case of the MRS was maximum level of satisfaction. Whereas in case of marginal rate of technical substitution, our focus is on maximum output. Our focus is on what? Maximum output. Then what is the meaning of marginal rate of technical substitution? Marginal rate of technical substitution. Here, the marginal rate of technical substitution, if I just give the meaning here, that is how the marginal rate of technical substitution is the rate at which one factor of input is substituted with another factor or input in order to produce or yield the same maximum output. Yes, look at this now. The rate at which one factor or input is substituted with another factor of input in order to produce or yield the same maximum level of output, or the same maximum output, or the same maximum level of output. So this is what we are going to call as a MRTS. Is that clear? Means whatever you are going to alter, whatever you are going to change in the two inputs, as we already discussed in the last class. Well, so you have to substitute one unit of input with other unit so that you can produce or you can yield the maximum same level of output. So let us just draw how MRTS can be written in the formula. So MRTS is equals to delta K divided by delta L. So here I have taken two inputs. So one input is the capital, other one is the labor. So any two inputs if you want you can take. But here in this example I have taken as a two inputs, labor and capital. Well, so here delta Y, what it indicates? So delta K, which means change in capital, whereas delta L, which indicates change in labor. Change in labor. Friends, whatever change you are going to do, either in case of capital or in case of labor, the units of the maximum quantity that you produce, that must be equal. Take for example, if I am going to assume as a 220 units, either by increasing one unit of a capital or by decreasing another unit of a labor, or by decreasing the capital and increasing the labor, maximum level of inputs output that we have to produce is 20 units. Okay, so this is how this MRTS tells us alter in the inputs to get the maximum same level of output. That is what substitution. We have to substitute one unit of input with another unit of input in order to produce the same maximum level of output. Okay, so this is about MRTS. Well, come to the next one. That is what next topic in this production. That is about isocont. The next one is isocont. After the MRTS, we will go for the next one. Isocont. This isocont is the technical word here. So isocont actually derived from Greek. So here in isocont, which consists of two words. So how it is divided into two. One first, that is iso. The second one is cont. Isocont, which is derived from, as I already told, derived from Greek. Remember, this is important again. This may asked in competitive exams. Okay, isocont derived from Greek, which are consist of two words. That is iso plus cont is equal to isocont. Here, iso means equal. Iso in Greek, which means equal, whereas quant means quantity. So when if you add these two, isocont, which means isocont, that is equal quantity. Equal quantity. Equal quantity in the sense, as I already told you, whatever inputs you are going to alter, but your maximum concentration is equal quantity. That maximally how much quantity that you can produce. That is how isocont is going to tell us. So what is the meaning of isocont here? So isocont, we can just say that the maximum, that is what, the different combinations of two inputs, the different combinations of two inputs, say, take for example, I just write here lab, or else you just take capital and labor, which means the different combination of two inputs which yields the maximum same or equal level of output is called isocont. Well, same. So this is how we are going to look into this. The different combinations of two inputs. You can make any of the combinations, where your target is to reach equal maximum same level of output. How much maximum quantity that you can produce, that much of quantity you have to produce by making the different combinations of two inputs. So here I have taken two inputs, one is capital and the other one is labor. Okay, so this is how the different combination of two inputs which yields the maximum and same level of output. Okay, this is what we are going to call isocont. Well, come to the next one, that is isocont curve. I hope you are clear with these two. Yeah, so come to the next one, isocont curve. Well, after isocont, we'll go for the third, that is isocont curve. Isocont curve. Friends, here isocont is also one of the that is what representation of production function. The same way, isocont curve is another form of that is what representation of production function. So, what is the meaning of this isocont curve? So, again saying the geometric representation of production function which uses the different combinations of two inputs to yield maximum same level of output is called that is what isocont curve. Look at this now. The geometric representation of production function which uses the different combination of two inputs to yield the maximum same level of output is called that is isocont curve. So only the difference in between isocont and isocont curve is, so isocont which is the technical representation, whereas in case of isocont curve is the geometrical representation. Geometrical which means we are going through the diagrams. Okay, so that is what is the isocont curve. So let us understand the very important topic for the 4-mark question for the board exam, that is explanation of the isocont curve with the help of diagram. So let us understand this by the use of diagram. Okay, so how you are going to represent isocont curve? Friends, isocont curve is similar to the indifference curve. So in indifference curve, what we have seen, it is that is again in indifference curve, it is the graphical representation of different combinations of two goods where it leads to that is what to obtain maximum same level of output. So that is what satisfaction. But in case of isocont curve, this is the again graphical representation or geometrical representation of different combination of two inputs in order to yield or to get maximum same level of output. There in case of indifference curve, that is satisfaction, that is maximum satisfaction, where in case of isocont this is maximum same level of output. Okay, so that is how let us go through the presentation of isocont curve in the diagram. Y axis, x axis. Okay, well, O x and this is y. So as I already told you in isocont curve, at least we have to take two inputs. So that I have taken capital and labor. So let us come through here one by one. Basically I am going to take one quantity and second one the same way, third one. Okay, so this is, I am going to write IQ1, IQ which represents isocont. Okay, so here K1 I can take, or else I can take K0, K1, K2, and coming to this here L0, L1, L2, and here it is capital, whereas here it is labor. On OX axis it's labor, on OY axis it is capital. OX axis labor, OY axis capital, where IQ are isoconts. Okay, one more I can derive here. That now I can just write this is IQ1, this is IQ2, and still if you want you can derive IQ3. Well, so let us understand this first, later we go with that iso different curves. Well, so just you see on OY axis capital and OX axis labor. So assume that our target is to produce the maximum quantity of output is 20 units. Beyond that we can't go. Okay, so the maximum target we have, and that is to be continued same, that is 20 units. So by the use of different combinations here, different combinations, what we can do here, combination I can just say L1 and firstly basic you can just take L0 K0, L0 K0 to produce 20 units. Friends, by the use of L0, take for example L0 1 unit of a labor and 1000 of a capital. By the use of 1 unit of a labor and that is what 1000 of a capital is the consumer that he produces, the maximum units that are assumed that 20 units. Okay, so 1 unit and 1 unit of labor, 1000 of a capital. That is how we can just go through it here. Or else you can just take this K1, K2 and this is our K3, and this also you can take L1, L2, L3. You should not have a confusion here. So that L1, L2 and L3. Okay. So now what happens here, by the use of, as I was saying, here you can take L1, that is what L1 and K3. L1 and K3, what it means? By the use of 1 unit of a labor and 3000. Here I just making some alternation. 1 unit of a labor plus 3000 of a capital, so that you can produce the maximum units, that is 20 units. This is one combination. What is the combination? 1 labor, 3000 rupees is the capital. By the combination of these two, we are producing maximum 20 units. Come to the second combination. Okay, so second combination, by increasing 1 unit of a labor, we are substituting 1 unit of a labor with the 1000 of a capital. So in case of L2, that is what we have come to the second labors, 2 labors, and here you just see K2, which means 2000 rupees, which means 2 labors and 2000 rupees of a capital, again to produce 20 units. As already told, there is no change in case of output. Output should be fixed, that is maximum quantity we already decided, that is 20 units. So we are increasing in case of labor and decreasing in the in case of capital. But what is our target? Maximum output. Well, so in the second combination, what we are doing, by increasing 1 unit of a labor and by decreasing 1000 of a capital, again we are producing same 20 units of a things. And come to the next one, by increasing to the labor 3 and by decreasing to 1000 of a capital. So here in the third combination, 3 of labors, whereas 1000 is the capital. 3 of labors, 1000 of a capital, again you are producing same 20 units of a commodity. See, so many combinations we have. Here 3 combinations, labor and capital. That is in the first combination, L1 and K3 were to produce 20 units. L1, so 1 unit of labor and 3000 of capital to produce again same, that what you can see on isocont curve 1, that is 20 units. And this next one, by increasing 1 unit of labor to L2 and decreasing in 1000 of capital to K2, that is L2 K2, again that is target to produce 20 units of a commodity. And just if you go to L3, that is what, increasing 1 more unit of a labor, L3, and by decreasing in the capital to 1000, L3 1000, again to produce 20 units. whatever alternation, whatever changes, either to increase in 1 unit of a labor, either to decrease in a capital, or either to increase in a capital by decreasing the labor. You can just see opposite to that, 1000 of a capital and here 3 of labor. As the capital increases to 2000, the labor decreases to 2. Either increase, that how we say, either if K increases, that labor must be decreased to produce same output, or else by decreasing the K and increasing in the L, again same output. Our target is to be produce same output what we already decided, but what we are just seeing here, we are just alternating, we are just making different combinations. The combinations in this case I have made 3 combinations, that how we can just say L1 K3 is one combination, and then L2 K2 is the second combination, L3 and K1 is the third combination. In these 3 combinations we are going to produce the same maximum level of output. Well, so here you may get confusion that I have drawn another 2 indifferent, that's what isocont curves here. Isocont curve 2, IQ3, that is isocont curve 3. So in the different, as we already seen indifference map, remember once the indifference map, different that's what indifferent curve shows different level of satisfaction, right? So here in different isocont curves shows different level of output, but don't get confusion. Whatever points which are exactly here, if I say, take for example A, B, C. So the points A, B, C which are an isocont curve 1, which gives the same maximum level of output. If we go to the next one, isocont curve 2, the points which may come on isocont curve 2 maybe gives higher level of production than the IQ1, okay? And IQ3 if we go, so if we symbolically if I write here, that is how symbolically if I write, IQ1 is less than IQ2 and IQ3. That is what the level of output in case of IQ1 curve, that is in the isocont curve 1, is lesser than isocont 2 and isocont 3, whereas isocont 2 is again, that is what, greater than isocont 1 and less than isocont 3. Okay, isocont curve 2 is greater than, which means the maximum output what we derive in isocont curve 2 is greater than 1 and less than isocont 3. If I come to isocont 3, which is greater than isocont 1, isocont 2, highest and the maximum that we are going to see in the isocont curve 3, but the different combination. Okay, the quantity of both what we use will be more, so that we can produce maximum same in case of isocont curve 3. So here we come to the conclusion that in case of this particular isocont curves, whatever points, that combinations which are exactly lies in the line, that is isocont curve, that gives same maximum level of output. If higher the isocont curve, which gives higher level of output than the lower one, and the lower one which gives lower level of output than the higher one. Okay, so this is how we are going to give conclusion. And below to this, which means under output, which we have not produced effective, or which we have not used the inputs in effective way to produce the maximum output. Where over and above, it is beyond control, so we can't estimate that. So this is how isocont curve and the representation through the help of diagram, that how we are going to make different combinations in order to produce same maximum level of output. Okay, I hope we have understood MRTS, isocont and isocont curve in detail. Well, in the other topics we discuss in the next class. Until, take care. Thank you so much.